Osun State, Abi.
Of course,
Yes, Osun. Your name, sir?
Komolafe Tolulope Joshua.
Coming out there, Osun State. APP.
Yeah,
What's the meaning of APP?
All People's Party.
Okay, thank you, Excellency. Yesterday you spoke about security, education, diversification of the economy.
Yes.
I want you to use these 3 points to see how you can restructure Nigeria and also tell me what the structure is all about. Maybe you should first tell me what the structure is all about, then you use this key agenda you spoke yesterday. Thank you. In 5 minutes, if you pass the same 5 minutes, we are going to disqualify you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, restructuring has to do with is a term that concerns in the political context. It means this devolving power into the regional system. You know, basically, it has to do with not allowing the power to be at the center, whereby regional governments will take place. It gives room for people within the regions to develop at their own pace. Like just like we had in Nigeria before the 1966 attack, where Aguiyi Ironsi took over the government. Prior to that time, we had the regional governments where Awolowo was in charge of the western region and Ojukwu was in charge of the eastern region. So, in a nutshell, when we talk about restructuring, it has to do with power being shifted, power being moved to the regional parts of the government, and whereby they give back to the federal government. It makes sure and gives room for development within those regions.
So how do your party, the APP, keep constitution in time working with the federal constitution, that's the presidency, the Nigerian constitution? How do you intend working together with your party constitution to see how you can achieve restructuring in Nigeria? Because it's so much believed that you believe in restructuring, right?
Of course, it's something everyone should subscribe to.
Okay, so please tell me.
Okay, basically, from my party's point of view, the name of my party is All People's Party. It's a party that has to do with everybody, regardless of who you are, regardless of the class, status in the society. So basically, if peradventure my party is given the room to preside over this country, I can assure that one of our ideologies is making sure that regional government is actually incorporated in our system. So how do I want to do that in context of yesterday's point I made as regards security, diversification of the economy, and education? You would recollect that I spoke about some states that have natural resources. And the beauty of this thing is that the way God has designed this country has given this country the room to actually have one resources or the other. For the southern region, there's no place you go to in the southern region, and not specifically now southwest or southeast. So we have natural resources there, just like we have oil in the southern part of the country. We have fertile land whereby you can grow. Like now, for example, in those days, during the regional system of government, the Yorubas, the southern part of the country, they have the cocoa. That's why we have the cocoa house in Ibadan. And due to the development of extracting oil, we neglected that. So if my party is giving the room to preside over this country, I can assure you that we would make sure that we go back to that system that we operated before. Although things were not really rosy during those times, but not as bad as we are right now, in the context of rapid development. It was this same cocoa house, this same cocoa radar, that was used to build some universities that we have currently in the country, in the southern part. The northerns have they have cotton, the easterners have palm tree and the likes. So, not to bore you with unnecessary rhetoric, my party has the mindset of having a regional system of government by making sure that in terms of security, just like we've had in time past, we have the federal police, just like we have the regional police. So these are systems we have to bring back. whereby when there is insecurity, when there's unrest, you don't need to wait for the order of the president, just like if I emerge as president, before you take charge of your state. You have access to the police, so you can make sure, give orders to the police directly, and the police in your region will take charge, even before the president even come on board. So that has to do with security. Now, talking about education, it was not the federal government during the Awolowo era that built one federal university in Ife. It was the regional governments led by Awolowo. So that's to tell you that regional governments has worked. And if it has worked, it can work. So if peradventure I emerge as a president, governors who are in charge of their regions will be given free access to develop their country, their region at their own pace. In fact, one of the beauties of regional system of government, or restructuring as the case may be, is that it allows you to develop at your pace. In fact, it helps you to put other persons from other regions on their toes. Because if you see that the southern region is doing well, you won't want to be left behind from the eastern region. In fact, the northerners will not want to say, oh, we want to do something. So, as a matter of fact, a well-meaning Nigerian, a well-meaning president should look out for restructuring so that the country can develop.
Thank you, Mr. Komolafe Tolulope, Mr. Joshua. Yesterday, your presentation was superb. Okay. Today, you added more. Okay. But you are not dressed like someone from Osun State. I don't know what happened. But I hope next time you are going to do that. But I love your composure. I like your presentation. You really captured my mind yesterday. I will try to do that today. Maybe I'll give you a special handshake if you escape the next round. But what I want you to do is that you talk to your electorate to see how they can vote for you more. Because this is part of the criteria in saying that we save candidates who really have the desire to win this contest. Okay? I want you to discuss more on them. Like I said, I want your conclusion. But today your outing, your appearance was not making me feel as if you are from Osun State. You speak more like a foreigner than from Osun State. But first, your composure was okay by me. Your presentation was okay, excellent. And your manner of way of answering questions was excellent too. Okay? So but I want you to work more on your electorate, and I hope to see you in the Osun State attire next time.
That's fine.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Am I supposed to go for the handshake?
Not now.
Okay, thank you.
If you succeed in the next one.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
yeah.